Oh man, it has been a long day. I'm actually live streaming right now, but I'm also making a live video, so hopefully this ends up working out. So today, I've been breaking down the deep mechanics into how long it takes to get a level 100 Pokemon, as well as just kind of seeing how the experience rate goes, how setting up the Chansey and all that stuff is, because when you look at all the level 100 guides out there, it's pretty much you farm Chansey until you get insane amounts of experience. And while that is true, practice is a lot different than the theory. So with Mewtwo right now, I actually just use a rare candy on it. Mewtwo is going to have a different, like all Pokemon have different rates at which they level up. So Mewtwo is going to be one of the highest because it's a rare legendary Pokemon. So get from level 99 to level 100, it takes 37,000 experience. Now that sounds kind of nutty because if you battle anyone in the Elite Four, you're going to be sitting there like, wow, I'm only getting like 800, 900 experience for Pokemon times 6 times 5. You know, I'd have to go through the Elite Four twice to get Mewtwo from level 99 to level 100. Well, we've been doing a lot of grinding on Chansey. It took me an hour and 20 minutes to get a catch combo of 40-something Chansey. Also, you need to have both trainers out, and we can start breaking down the mechanics of all this. Oh, this is going to be the best way to start a video. If I get the excellent first throw, tiny Chansey, insane experience. Okay, this is going to be great, because I think Mewtwo is definitely popping off to level 100 right now. So you could beat the Elite Four twice, or you could start your level 100 video with the maximum amount of experience possible in the game. So everything went right there. And that just kind of shows you how insane things can get. But again, that is not the reality when it ends up happening. But overall, so yeah, we just got Pokemon level 100, Mew blasted off, Golbat, Parasect, those guys are taking off. And I do want to talk about those as well. When I started the stream about 2 hours ago, Golbat, Parasect, and Charizard were level 13 each, I believe. So they were all the same level, and now they're getting some stuff. And it takes a little bit of time, you know, I'm mashing through all these levels. So while you can get Pokemon optimally, and it can happen pretty quick, it does take a lot to get there. Now, you might have noticed that I have a green ring around my Chansey, and I used a Pokeball, and I caught it. So when you get 100 Chanseys captured, it actually gives you a 100% catch rate. Now, getting the excellent throw every time and not wasting too many Pokeballs doesn't always happen, but that's going to be the thing right there. And yeah, you are looking for the Chansey that has the aura around it, because if you get an extra small or extra large, that's going to multiply your score by 4x. So it's going to add 4x to the multiplier, and then you waste it. So let's see what happens with the average throw. So that was no first throw bonus, no excellent, nothing like that. We wasted it. But since we've caught a ton of Chansey, we do have the 100% catch rate right there. So this is going to be this is actually probably going to be like bottom, because it doesn't even have anything else. So the base experience is 7,500. And that's going to be a times 6 multiplier, since we are doing the tandem throw technique. We have a catch combo that's giving us all this stuff. So this kind of shows like the variance. Actually, that's really good for the video. It was unlucky, but it ended up working out. So you get anywhere from 7,500 experience to 90,000 experience. And Chansey can spawn pretty frequently. But like I said, to actually get to that point where you're getting the maximum amount of experience, you need a 40 catch combo. I did fail, so I failed at a catch combo of around 4, which means in less than an hour, you can get that. You can average a Chansey every minute and 30 seconds or so to get to that point. And then when you've caught 100, it's definitely going to go a lot faster. So I only had like 60 or 50 Chanseys caught, and at that point, I was wasting Ultra Balls. I was having no luck whatsoever. That, not as lucky. So a nice throw. You know, you can't always bank on first throw, excellent perfection. So we had a 7,500, we had a 90,000. Oh, I thought it was 100% catch rate when you did that. Apparently not. Oh, wait, but now it's yellow after being green. Okay, the catching is still a little awkward when it comes to Pokemon Let's Go. We still don't perfectly understand it. Sometimes it's different. That just happens. So, yeah, that was an 11,000. Now, the 11,250 seems to be a pretty common mark that I hit sometimes. So that was with the nice not having the first throw bonus, not having necessarily like the perfect size for the Pokemon as well. Resetting the area does take a little bit of time, but I mean, you can get a good amount of Pokemon, like a good amount of Chanseys caught. And I guess the level 100 should only really apply by the time you've maxed out your Chansey. By the time you've gotten it down to where you've caught 100 Chansey, you have a high combo, all stuff like that. That's a little unfortunate. He's just kind of stuck right in there, but we're gonna see how this goes. Probably not gonna be as insane unless we do get the first throw. Waiting it. I was about to say I'm waiting for Chansey jump. Where's the swipe? Smack. I'm also like one of the unluckiest Pokemon catchers when it comes to this game. So there we go, and that's all right. So first throw, great experience on a non-size modified Chansey. I'm guessing 22,000 experience. I feel like I've got a handle on this, but I might just be pulling numbers out that don't even make any sense. 16,000. So yeah, that just kind of shows you the variance. This video has been going on for a little bit of time right now, so you can take the amount of time the video's taken, the amount of chances I've caught, the experience, the level up, and it all kind of comes together. So you can learn Transform whenever with a hard scale. I think it's kind of cool to have Mew on the Transform, but that's a thing. So yeah, that just kind of shows the method, and it was a struggle getting to this point. I think that's, like, if you want level 100 Pokemon, it eventually just becomes like this ultimate massive farming in the zone kind of thing. There's 4 chances on screen, which is pretty dope. So I mean, is it faster to just kind of like rush it, hope you don't get swatted away, hope you can make the most out of it? We might fail this because it was yellow. Please don't, because we got a nice on the first throw. So yeah, it does get less stressful. The stress, I think, is going to be one of the biggest things. So just put up with it. Put up with it, get your first catch combo to like 100 or something, and then start catching Chanseys a lot easier, and then your Pokemon are going to just kind of naturally grow up. So like I said, we start at level 13s on some of these Pokemon. Now they're almost level 100, and as we've shown, if we get like the 90k pop-off, those Pokemon, my entire team is maxing out to level 100, I think. Like, that should be enough for Charizard and all the other Pokemon. So it depends on if this Chansey goes perfectly. That'd be a pretty nice way. That's great. So that's going to be like 60k if this is an XL special Chansey. I also wonder, maybe catch rate is determined by how long you stay in the area. Because I left the area to get money for Pokeballs, and then when I came back, they were yellow sometimes after being green. 25,000, so yeah. So as we can see, Pokemon almost up to level 100. Took me about 2 hours to get to this point. Now, that wasn't with dedicated play. I was streaming, so I was engaging with chat. I was being very unlucky. It was unfortunate. But yeah, now once you hit this point, it starts getting a lot better. So what I want to do is I want to break down the average experience, the amount of Chansey that you can catch, and then compare it to the experience growth rates of Pokemon, and that's how we're going to go and finish off this video, with all the math and other stuff, not the live recording. But as you can see, it's pretty wacky. Actually, before we get into that, the numbers on the Chansey are pretty weird, because I was thinking about it, and since you do get a flat 50% more experience on the Chansey, I'm doing this intentionally. I want to kind of get an intentionally bad, low experience throw right here, just to kind of show that, you know, we start off at 50% more experience by getting that 1.5 times capture bonus on a small or large Chansey, and that's without the XL or XS. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So with this, we should be getting 11,000 experience. So 11,000 experience versus the 7,500 means we're getting a base 50% more experience. If that was a nice throw, it'd be like 16,000. And if that was just like a large or an extra large Chansey, we'd be talking about 30,000 experience flat. So we're getting 4 times the experience by doing something like that. So I feel like if you see a regular size Chansey, just skip it, because we're going to be getting 3 size different Chanseys in a row right here. First throw bonus is going to be pretty nice, so that's going to give us another 50%, so we should be getting 16,000 on this one. And I have Ultra Balls now because I don't want to miss that first throw or anything. So yeah, like if you just throw it and go through it, 16,000, that makes sense. And then hopefully this next one is going to be the extra size, and then we can kind of see what kind of crazy numbers that we're dealing with right here. But I mean, when it comes to something like that, all right, cool, you got your 3 Chansey. It took a very short amount of time. There, that happens. Let's at least try to salvage that with an excellent. We can. That gives us 60,000 experience, I believe, if this is an extra. So now I'm understanding the formula. I just kind of like camped in it for a while and was thinking about the numbers. And if you can just get these Chanseys like every... Alright, so that was a regular one, so still 22,000. So I mean, still dealing with a much higher amount of experience like this. And the thing is, like, it's really hard to time average Chanseys per minute to get the experience and stuff. So it's like, you know, for that last clip, the initial part of the video, I say you can get, if you're just going for all Chanseys, get a Chansey about every 45 seconds or so, and then we're going to factor that into our math, because when you have Pokemon leveling up, the amount of time it takes to go through all that dialogue takes time. But as we can see, it's like 50-50 that we get a special sized Chansey or not. So we catch those guys, we go down, we reset the area, we try to get more, and I think that it just boils down to you're catching Chansey faster if you're only targeting the size difference ones for that 50% experience offset, and that's actually like 50% base. So for the extra large, extra small, that scales your experience into 4 times more. So I think that you're actually just wasting your time, that if you're just going for the if you're normal Chanseys. So now I gotta redo some of the numbers and the math and figure that out, but there we go. So this is pretty crazy. Okay, I'm tired, but I think I have some numbers that I'm happy with, and we can kind of get an idea as to how leveling Pokemon works in Let's Go. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, share it with your friends. If you're new here, please subscribe, because I do more work than anyone else when it comes to Pokemon guides. You're going to find the best, most comprehensive information here, so let's get into it. Also, another thing I want to note is that this was done with all level 100 Pokemon, so just running in a Chansey, catching it. As you gain experience, that's going to take a lot of time, because Pokemon, you know, you go through the animation, shows the Pokemon leveling up, but also it takes 2 seconds. So when it says Abra level 10, Abra level 11, Abra level 12, it takes 2 seconds for each of those. Actually, like slightly longer than 2 seconds then transitioning. So it's going to slow you down quite a bit, but it's just kind of like the baseline. The neutral, the control, showing you like how much experience you're dealing with, and then it dials back from there depending on how many levels you're getting. So I was able to catch 10 size Chansey, so like size different Chansey in 7.5 minutes, which means you're going to be getting 80 Chansey per hour doing this, and that's going to be the most optimal rates. It seemed like 20% of the Chansey were X size, so extra large or extra small. I don't know if we have the actual numbers behind that. It's hard to get like the little tidbits and information, like the little itty bitty parts of data about this. So maybe 1 in 4, 1 in 5 seems about right for getting an X size Pokemon. So let's factor that in with our numbers. Now these are the worst case scenario numbers. So if you go out and you catch a large Chansey and you don't get a nice, great, or excellent throw, and you also miss the first throw bonus, you're getting 11,250 experience. That is the least, which is why I feel it's better than the 7,500 on the regular size Chansey. So that means you're getting 90,000 experience in that 7.5 minutes, multiply it by 8 for the hour, so we're getting some pretty crazy numbers right there. And then let's just say, you know, 20% of those are X size. The minimum amount is 30,000. So I think that just makes it worth it right there, because we're already talking about 4 times more experience than the regular Chansey, and since it's like 1 in 5 odds, you're just better off like spending the little bit of extra time finding the size difference Chansey. So the minimum amount is going to be 1.2 million experience per hour, which is pretty much able to get any Pokemon to level 100. So now we can go get rid of all that fun stuff and start looking at some of the other fun stuff, because yeah, slow. So legendary Pokemon and some other Pokemon, they're going to fall in the slow experience growth. Now, give or take, like that's if you're worst case. So if you fail everything miserably, that's going to be 1.2 million experience. So you're at least getting a Pokemon to level 100 in that time, not counting for all the time it takes to level up and stuff like that. But even then, realistic to get all 6 Pokemon if you're catching optimally in under an hour. Fluctuating. So there's no fluctuating Pokemon, and there's no erratic Pokemon in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. It's just fast, medium, slow. And that's another thing that gets kind of weird, because when we break it down like this, there's only Chansey, not Chansey, I mean Clefairy and Jigglypuff. So those evolutionary lines are the only ones fast. Everything else is going to be medium fast, medium slow, with a few Pokemon being slow. Like there's Cloyster, Executor, legendary Pokemon. Those fall into slow. Starter Pokemon going to be medium slow. Mew is medium slow, which kind of surprised me. I thought it was slow, and then medium fast is pretty much the bulk of other Pokemon. So by breaking down that math, we can see that medium fast, medium slow, pretty much leveling at the same time. You know, one good Chansey is 60,000 experience. Also, you know, depending on like if you get a little bit of extra, so say you get, you know, 1 million, I don't know, 20,000 experience. So they cap out, and then that means these guys only need 40,000 to the next one. You get a 90k on max, so that means those guys are going to be leveling at around the same time. Fast is going to be quite a bit more noticeable, and slow, that's actually going to be about the same as well. So 190,000 difference, 200,000 difference right here. So depending on how you're doing it, it's going to change things, and that's not even factoring like what happens if we're playing super optimally and stuff, because 1.2 million experience per hour, I mean, that's 80 Chansey. If even one of those is an excellent first throw 90k experience beast, as you can see, 90k of 1.2 million is quite substantial, and that's just one of 80. That's not even 2%. You know, that's close to 1% of your experience is going to be loaded into that much. So it just kind of shows that the average, I feel, is maybe around 24,000, because even if you get like a perfect, so if you get a perfect first throw excellent against a regular large or small Chansey, that's going to give you 33,750. So even if like every throw is perfect, 33,000, not counting the, and then like say you happen to unluckily fail all the extra large and extra small, that means we're talking about 30,000-ish average times 80, 2.4 million being kind of on the higher end. Now, if, say, what is that, 1 in 5 out of the 80, 16. So, I mean, if all of your extra large and extra small are completely perfect, that means we're already dealing with more than 1 million experience right there. So, I feel like you can get about 2 million experience, factoring in everything, factoring in the averages, maybe getting a first throw but a nice, maybe getting an excellent throw but not getting the first throw. Adding all that stuff together, I feel like getting 2 million experience per hour is pretty doable. So being able to, get 6 Pokemon level 100 every hour pretty consistently. So there we go, guys. That's the in-depth look. Chansey's crazy. When you're talking about these experience rates, a lot to break down. So if you guys enjoy the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.